What's up, YouTube? Timmers here. Here is my opening slash streaming segment where I talk about the films coming out this week, whether it be theater, streaming, etc. All right. The major wide release films we got out this week. First up, we got Mean Girls, which is, of course, a Broadway musical comedy based on the iconic 2004 film with Lindsay Lohan. Now, this one, you have Renee Rapp playing Regina George, Andrea Rice plays Katie. Uh, I'm of course looking forward to check this one out. I mean, I thought the trailers have looked a lot of fun. I've been hearing some really solid things about this, so I'm hoping it's good. So it's gonna be a fun one. I unlike most people, I actually do quite. I don't mind musicals. They could be entertaining and all. So I'm hoping this is something good. So hopefully it can be cool. I mean, will it be as good as the original? Obviously not. But people gotta understand this is not a remake. This is based on the Broadway one. So, yeah. Anyway, also out this week, we got The Beekeeper, which is directed by David Ayer and stars Jason Statham with Jeremy Irons, as well as Josh Hutcherson. And this is, of course, directed by David Ayer, who gave us like Suicide Squad, my favorite film of his, and The Watch. Now, here's what the film is about. It stars Jason Statham as Mr. Clay, who's a former operative of a clandestine organization called Beekeepers. After his friend and neighbor dies by suicide after falling for a scam, Mr. Clay sets to exact revenge against the company responsible. And Jason Statham last year, other than Fast X, which I'm not really going to count because he wasn't really the lead, I'm not really going to count Fast X in his list of last year. But his last couple of movies that he led, including Operation Fortune, what else? Expendables 4, Meg, The Trench. Those were dumpster fires. Wasn't the best year for him. I mean, I actually quite like Fast X, but like I said, that I'm not really counting that because that's not really fully his movie. He's like not really the leader of that, so I'm not really counting Fast X. But his other stuff like that he led hasn't worked out so well. Hopefully this is great because I love Jason Statham, whether it's in the first three Expendables, whether it's Crank High Voltage. I need a Crank 3 in my life. Come on, what are you guys doing? Give me a Crank 3, people. Jason Statham is always terrific, and I think this actually does look a lot of fun. So I'm hoping this is good, and I've been hearing some really positive stuff about. So it's a good one, but we'll see. All right. Also, we got The Book of Clarence, which is directed by the same director of The Harder They Fall. And so it's a great cast that includes Lakeith Stanfield, James McAvoy, Benedict Cumberbatch. And it's about struggling down on his luck man named Clarence living in 29 AD Jerusalem looks to capitalize on the rise of Jesus Christ by claiming to be the new Messiah sent by God in an attempt to free himself of debt and start a life of glory for himself. And the trailers for this has looked really intriguing. Lakeith Stanfield, I think, is one of the best actors working today. I love the other cast members in this. You got Tiana Taylor, who was great in the 2001 last year. So I think this could be really interesting to check out. Also this week is Pixar's Soul, which is actually getting a theatrical release after Pixar foolishly yanked it from a theatrical release and just put it straight to Disney Plus. So they are doing that, doing a theatrical release of Soul, Turning Red, and Luca this year. So that's gonna be really cool to see. All right. Now, stuff coming to streaming this week. Coming to Netflix, we got Left. This stars Kevin Hart as a master thief who wooed by his ex-girlfriend and the FBI to pull off an impossible heist with his international crew on a 777 passenger flight from London to Zurich. And the trailer for this has looked a lot of fun. Kevin Hart is doing his great Fast and Furious or Dominic Toretto impression. Of course, you got some other cool casts like Loki's Gugu Mafalaz in this. You also have Jacob Batalon from Tom Holland Spider-Man films. You got some really cool cast members in this, and it looks like it could be a lot of fun to check out. I love a good heist movie. I mean, definitely feels like the Italian Job on a plane. which I guess makes a lot of sense because this is from the same director of the Italian Job made from 2003. So yeah. Also, F. Gary Gray also put out stuff like Straight Outta Compton, Friday. So he's always put out some really cool stuff. Maybe except for Men in Black International, but other than that, he's always put out some really decent stuff before. All right, also out we got Self Reliance, which is a new comedy starring Jake Johnson. When Tommy receives an invitation to win $1 million by playing a game where he must outwit hunters attempting to kill him, he realizes the hunters can only attack him when he's alone, but none of his friends and family believe the game is real. Now, this, of course, you have the likes of Jake Johnson, who's directing, Anna Kendrick is in this, Andy Samberg. This looks like it could be a lot of fun to check out. It looks really funny, it looks entertaining here. I love Jake Johnson, so this could be an interesting one. All right. Also out, we got a film called coming to Prime. We got a movie called Role Play coming out, which stars David Oyelowo and Kelly Cuoco. And it's about a young married couple's life turns upside down after secrets are revealed about each other's past. And the trailer does. I'm sorry, I like David Oyelowo, who's actually also in the Book of Clarence. So really cool week for him. And I also like Kelly Cuoco, from Big Bang Theory, 8 Separate Rules. I've always adored her. Obviously Harley Quinn, she's great in. The trailers for this has looked awful. I mean, I'll probably still watch it because I do like the cast involved, but nothing about really looks all that interesting. We got Bill Nye is also in this. I believe Connie Nielsen is also in this too. So got some cool cast members, but I don't know. It could be a surprise, who knows? But this just does not look all that great at all. So anyway. Now on Shudder, we got the horror film The Short Or Neighbors, which is about a struggling rock musician finds himself in a living nightmare when he accidentally kills the neighbor from hell. And the trailer for this, now Shudder could be a hit and miss with their horror genre and all. The trailer for this has to look really cool. Looks pretty entertaining. Definitely feels like a callback to the iconic 80s horror film. So this does look like really a lot of fun to check out. I mean, you got Alex Winter from Bill and Ted famous in this. Thomas Lennon, Camille Nanjiani is also in this one. It's directed by Josh Forbes, so that's really cool. Who, by the way, actually commented on my video one time when I was talking about when this film was first announced. So I'm definitely going to give it a watch. Especially since he was nice enough to comment, so I'm going to give some support there. But yeah, I'm definitely excited to check this one out nonetheless. It looks like it could be a lot of fun to see. All right, now other stuff out this week coming to VOD and all. We got a movie titled They Turn Us Into Killers, which stars Tara Manning, who of course is best known for for Orange is the New Black fame. She also was in that god awful Karen movie a couple years ago. Now you also have Scout Taylor Compton, who I always loved in as a Laurie in the Rob Zombie Halloween films. You got horror icons like Bill Moseley and Kane Hodder is in this, aka If you guys don't know, Kane Hodder played Jason Voorhees. He played Victor Crowley, one of the most iconic horror actors around. And I've always loved Bill Moseley. Even if Bill Moseley's in something terrible, he's always great in it. Now, here's what the film's about. Stars hunts down those responsible for an assault on her best friend that pushes her to suicide. And I saw the trailer for this. This could be terrible. That's always a possibility. But I had a fun time with the trailer. I mean, definitely getting a bit of a spit on your grave vibe from the trailer. It looks like it could be really interesting to see. So it could be terrible, obviously, because Tyra Manning has not always been in the best stuff. And I like Bill Moseley, but sometimes he's not always in the best stuff. But hey, even if the movie's terrible, I'm telling you now, Bill Moseley's going to be great in it, Kane Hodder is always great. I mean, it's always cool seeing when Kane Hodder is actually playing himself and not someone in a mask. So that's really cool. So I'm intrigued to see this one. So it'll be cool, I guess. We also got another horror film out this week called What Happened at 625 Road, where students Laura and Kelly travel to New York, where their seemingly ordinary rental home becomes the epicenter of a mysterious event. This could be interesting to see. So the pre for this looks pretty creepy. I mean, we do need more horror films set in New York. I mean, after the likes of Scream 6 or even Friday the 13th, Jason Takes Manhattan, either he doesn't get you New York until like the very end. And of course, with A Quiet Place, they want to take place in New York. We need some more horrors here. Like, New York City could be a scary place. Like, we need more horror films down here. But anyway. We also got a movie titled the Wendigo, ignoring the event on the legend of a dangerous spirit haunting a North Carolina forest. A group of influencers search for a friend who has vanished in the woods. Yeah, the trailer for this didn't really do much for me, so yeah, it doesn't look all that creepy or anything. We got a movie titled Warblade, where British operative Banks must rescue a French resistance fire from his secret Nazi bunker during World War II. Outnumbered and outgunned, Banks and his allies must outwit the enemies and survive the deadly mission. Yeah, that doesn't really look all that interesting. We got a very interesting looking film here called Norwegian Dream, where a 19-year-old Polish immigrant working at a fish factory in Norway develops feelings for a male colleague. A strike among the Polish workers at the factory tests their relationship. This actually does look really interesting. Check out. I'm intrigued to see that one. We got a Korean film here called I Did It My Way, which stars famed Chinese actor Andy Lau. It's about Ho Seo, who's an uncover agent who has been working with Yo, a drug lord, for years, but his job and family are in trouble. That could be interesting. See, we got a film called Asaya, a Boy, which is a rousing debut feature from Jordanian director John Al Roshid, in which a woman and her daughter face destruction after the sudden passing of her husband, unless she's able to give birth to a son. That could be interesting there too. We got a film titled "The Night They Come Home," which stars famed 90210 actor Brian Austin Green, Robert Carradine, and Dane Trejo. I always love Dane Trejo. A frontier lawman partners with an Indian detective to hunt down a ruthless band of teenage criminals known as the Ruthless Band Gang. And I still agree for that. That does not look that good at all. So, yeah, anyway, we also got another action movie here called Hellhound, which stars Louis Ben Lair. You might remember from big fat Greek wedding fame. Played one of Nia Vidal's relatives. Now it's about a hitman who is on one last job in Thailand that goes horribly and violently wrong. So definitely his version of Die Hard, I guess, or maybe Hitman, I guess. I don't know. So could be cool. Oh, we got a horror sci-fi film here called TMI, where prosthetics engineer Abby works on her company's latest product, an AI humanoid called TMI. That's designed to serve. However, things soon takes a turn for the worse when TMI starts to develop a dangerous obsession with her. Now, one reason why I'm actually interested in this, now the trailer didn't really do anything for me, but one reason why I will probably watch this is because it has Jordana Campbell in it. Now, if the name doesn't sound familiar, she played the lead in Barbarian a couple years ago, and she was great in that. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen her anything beforehand, but after watching her Barbarian, even if the movie is terrible, I'll probably still watch it because she's in it. Because I think she's terrific. She's also in that new Watches movie coming out. So anytime she's in something, I'll probably give it a go. So, all right, we also got a movie called Settlers, which is kind of like a Western horror film here. It takes place in 1893, where a Chilean Mestizo McClellan, a British soldier, and Bill, an American mercenary, embark on an expedition on horseback to the limit and reclaim the lands that they granted to Jose Mendez. What appears to administrative expedition turns into a violent hunt for owners, the natives of Tierra del Fuego archipelago. So I don't know, it could be interesting too. We also got another film here called Driving Madeline, which from the looks of it just looks like a French version of Driving Miss Daisy. Just from the look of the trailer, definitely getting a Driving Miss Daisy vibe. Uh, Now, it's about seemingly simple taxi ride across Paris evolves into a profound meditation on the realities of the driver whose personal life is in shambles and his fare, an elderly woman whose Wometh bellies her shocking past. So, even from the synopsis, you could definitely tell, yeah, this sounds like Driving Miss Daisy. Um, I saw the preview. It actually does look pretty charming here. I mean, I don't really watch too many French movies, but this could be interesting to see. So, here we go, I guess. We also got a movie called The Breaking Ice, where a young urbanite Hao Feng feels lost and adrift on China's northern border. By chance, he goes on a tower led by Nana, a charming guide who instantly fascinates him. She introduces him to Zayo, and the three bond quickly. So that could be interesting to check out. We also got a film called Lace, where like an unprecedented snowstorm, a wife's plan to kill her abusive husband begins to unravel. That sounds like to be interesting to see too. I mean, I always do like a good revenge-based horror film. So could be interesting. All right, now some of the series we got coming out this week, out technically yesterday, which I just saw, and I'll do my review for that here in a bit, is Echo, where Maya Lopez's ruthless behavior in New York City catches up with her in her hometown. She must face her past, reconnect with her native roots, and embrace the meaning of family and community. I'll probably talk about that when I do my review for it, but it could have been better, but I suppose I would say one day it's far better than Secret Invasion, but it's not that bad. I mean, I've seen worse, and boy, I've seen Secret Invasion. That's definitely worse. So I'll definitely talk more about in my review, but I'd say it's just not a bad series. I mean, it could have like had more episodes and maybe more pacing to it, but I didn't mind it. So anyway. All right. Now, other series we got out this week on Apple TV, we got Criminal Record, which stars Peter Capaldi from Doctor Who fame and Cuss Jumbo from The Good Fight fame. An anonymous phone call draws two brilliant detectives into confrontation over an old murder case. One in a young woman in the early stages of her career, and the other is a well connected man determined to protect his legacy. So that could be interesting. See, Peter Capaldi, obviously Doctor Who fame. He could be really great when he pops up. Like he was also in Paddington, so always nice to see him and more stuff here. All right. On Netflix, we got this tennis docu series called Breakpoint, a behind the scene look of the lives of top tennis players as they travel across the globe for Grand Slams and the ATP and WTA tours. So that could be interesting, see. We also got this reality series which looks terrible called The Trust, a game of greed, which is hosted by CNN correspondent Brooke Baldwin. 11 strangers receive $250,000 to allocate among themselves. They can either take their fair share or vote each other out to keep more for themselves. And I saw the preview for this. This looks terrible. This is definitely not something I'm all that interested in seeing. So, yeah, I'm not going to watch that at all. For all you Sonic fans, we got season 3 of Sonic Prime. So I haven't really seen Sonic Prime, but I'm more excited for the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 coming out and Knuckles. But I don't know, maybe I should give this one a go. For all you Bluey fans, we got Bluey returning to Disney Plus. So anyone who loves that little blue dog, Bluey is coming back. We also got the Traitors season 2, which stars Alan Cumming, which he hosted, and it follows the premise of other versions of The Verrators. Um, the show features a group of contestants participating in a game similar to the party game Mafia, in which a small group of contestants must become the Tyler Traitors and must work together to eliminate the other contestants in order to win the grand prize. So I have not seen the show, but hey, Alan Cumming is always great, so there's that. But my anticipated show this week was not even Echo. It's Ted. I cannot wait to see Ted. I'll probably watch that when I come because tomorrow I'm planning to watch both, Mean Girls and The Beekeeper tomorrow. So I probably have to watch this when I come back from seeing that. But I cannot wait to see Ted when it premieres. If you guys don't know, this is actually a prequel of the Ted movies that came out back in 2012 and 2015, and it stars Seth MacFarlane, and it's about Rude Teddy Bear Ted, who lives with 16-year-old John and his family in Massachusetts. Although Ted may not be the best influence on John, he is his loyal buddy who is always there for his best friend. The previews for this has looked awesome. I mean, definitely really brings back what made the original Ted so fun, so raunchy. I just can't wait to see more Ted. I still want a Ted 3, but hey, maybe maybe the series comes out and it's a hit with audiences, and even maybe critics, but maybe more with audiences and all. Maybe Second Fall will say, you know what, people might want more Ted on the big screen. Maybe we'll do a Ted 3. Who knows? But hey, Second Fall is always great. Like whether it's like Family Guy, Ted, The Orville, who does not love Seth? So I cannot wait to check this one out when it premieres. Definitely have it on my queue, so I'll definitely be watching this when I come back uh, for the movies tomorrow. But yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun to watch. That's pretty much it there. Let me leave you guys. Which of these films or series are you excited for? Are you excited for Mean Girls, The Beekeeper? Did you even watch Echo? Are you excited for Ted? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Simon signing.